In this video, I'm going to share how you can create a test build or a production build for your React Native Expo Mobile application and how you can publish your React Native Expo Mobile application on Google Play Store or Apple App Store. So if you're developing a cross-platform React Native mobile application using Expo, this is going to be a very detailed step-by-step guide that how you can create a test build or a production build to publish it on Google Play Store or Apple App Store. If you're an absolute beginner or you're looking to develop a React Native Expo mobile application and you have no idea where to start, I have created several videos on my YouTube channel that how you can create mobile applications without writing a single line of code. This particular video is probably one of the best beginner friendly videos, so you can maybe follow this video to develop your React Native Expo mobile application. And if you have already developed your mobile application and now you're looking to publish it on Google Play Store or Apple App Store, this video is for you. So before you start, please subscribe to this YouTube channel and click on that like button. Our goal for this video is to reach 5,000 likes and let's see if we can achieve that or not. Alright, so first thing first, make sure that your project is open in Cursor or any other code editor. You can simply just enter this command and run your app on your Expo app to see that if everything is working fine on your app. Just press enter and now you'll see this QR code. Just scan it on your Expo app on your mobile phone and you can see our app is running right now on our phone. Now if you have done that, next step is to make sure that you have created an account on expo.dev website. Just go to expo.dev and then click on sign up. And then you can simply, by using your email address and password and username, you can simply just sign up using your email address. Once you're signed up, simply just click on this login button and then simply just log in using your username or email address. Simply just log in. Now this is your Expo dashboard, and inside your project section, you can find all of your projects that you have created using Expo. How these projects are showing here, I'll tell you in a minute. Now next step is to create a test build that will actually create an APK file. That APK file then we can actually install on our Android phone. To create a test build for iPhone, the process is similar, but then to install that test build on your iPhone is completely different process. For now, I'm going to show you that how you can create a test build and then how you can run that test build on your Android phone. After that, we'll create a production build and then I'll guide you that how you can upload that production build on Google Play Store. So there is this official documentation about creating your test build on Expo. You can find this documentation on official Expo website. You can just go to this link, which is docs.expo.dev/build/setup. And in here, make sure that you are inside this section, which is create your first build. And now let's just follow this documentation and install all of these commands to create this first test build. The first command that we need to run is npm install and then ES CLI. So we need to install ES Expo CLI. To do that, you can simply just copy this command from here. Go to your project inside Cursor or Windsurf or whatever AI code editor you are using. Then simply just paste that command inside your terminal. Press enter and now it will install ES CLI right into our project. Alright, as you can see, this ES CLI is installed now. Next step is to log in into your Expo account using Expo CLI. So to do that, we need to run this command, which is ES login. Simply just copy this command from here, paste that command inside your terminal, ES login, and now we need to provide the login details of our Expo project in here. It will be username and password of your Expo project. And now it is asking, you are already logged in as Mr. Freak72, so this is actually my Expo username. Would you like to continue? I'll say yes. If you're logging in for the first time inside your terminal, it will ask you to provide your username and your password, and then it will just log you in. So I'll just press on Y. And now it will ask me for my username, which is, I'll just provide my username. Next, it will ask for my password. I'll just pause this video here. So I've just entered my password. I'll press enter and now it has just logged me in. That means my Cursor project is now linked with my Expo dashboard. Next command is to configure our project. I'll just copy this command from here. So this command is npx es build configure. I'll press enter and now it will link my project and configure my project with my Expo dashboard. So now it is asking which platforms would you like to configure your ES build for. For now, let's just do Android. You can do all or iOS, but for now I'll just like to Android. So now it is saying that your project is ready to build. It has created this ES JSON file. Here it is. This is ES JSON file. So now our project is ready to create our test Android build. So now we are ready to create our test Android build. To do that, we can simply just copy this command from here and then we can simply just paste that command inside in here. just press enter, and now what it will do, it will create that build inside Expo dashboard, and we can actually download that APK file directly from Expo dashboard. And just have a look at this terminal now. So now what it will do, create a new Android key store. What is a key store? Key store is a key that each project has a unique key store that is used to sign your app when you are actually uploading on Google Play Store. So let's suppose if you are developing this project inside this cursor project, right? For some reason, if you lose this cursor project and you have not saved your Android key store anywhere, that means you can actually ultimately lose your project entirely, and you can never upload a new build on Google Play Store. Even if you create a new project, the key store will be different from that project that you initially published on Google Play Store or Apple App Store. So now that key store is different. You can never publish a new update. This has happened to me several times. There was a time between 2015 to 2021 when I published like around 120 apps and games on Google Play Store. It was a huge team, and all of the backups of the projects were actually physically in hard drives, and for some reason I lost all of that data, and I lost access to. I could not submit any new updates on my apps, and ultimately all of my apps were removed from App Store because I was using an old SDK version. You actually need to keep upgrading your Android versions to make sure that your app is compatible with all of the devices. So make sure that you don't make that mistake. Make sure that you always have a backup on GitHub for your project. And now because you're using Expo for this project, so Expo luckily saves your Android key store inside Expo dashboard. So you won't lose this project until unless you lose access to this Expo dashboard. Alright, so let's get back to our project after my sad story. So just press Y, and now it will just generate an Android key store, and it will just like save that key store, and now it is uploading to Expo this entire compressed project file. It is now uploading it to Expo, and that's where actually it will generate that build. If you are using any environment variables inside your project, let's suppose if you are using OpenAI or ChatGPT or maybe DeepSeek or I don't know, like any other API key, you need to set that environment variable. You can do all of that inside Expo. I'll tell you that in a minute. Now, as you can see, the build has been started. The build is in progress right now, and you can actually now exit from your terminal, and you can actually access your build inside your Expo dashboard. To do that, you can simply just go to your Expo dashboard and just log in with your Expo details, and in here you can see there is a new app which is a to-do app which is just added right now, and that project has been just uploaded right now. You can see it's February 28th and February 28th and at 3:23 a.m. I'm recording this video at like 3:23 a.m. So you can see this project has now been uploaded here, and now it is generating this build. This build is still in process. It is in progress right now, and it is now generating this build. It usually takes 5 to 10 minutes to create a test build, but that depends on if your build is in queue, so it can actually take more time. It will keep you updated about status of your build in here and even inside your terminal as well. As soon as your build will be created, it will just share a message on your terminal, and even you can access your build inside your dashboard as well. There is a whole section of builds inside Expo dashboard. You can simply just go there, and in here you can just like access all of your builds inside your dashboard. As I told you previously about environment variables, let's suppose if you're using any API key or maybe any third-party services, maybe you're creating a database in Supabase or maybe in Firebase, so you can actually add your environment variables right here in Expo Dev. So just go to your project. Let's suppose my project is this to-do app, and in here on left side there is a configuration tab. Right inside your configuration tab, just go to your environment variables section, simply just click on that, and in here you can actually add a new environment variable. So in here you can actually just add the name of your environment variable and the value of your environment variable, and you can keep the visibility as plain text, that's fine, and you can then simply just click on this add variables, and this is how you can actually add environment variables. So now even when your app is published on App Store, every time your app calls environment variables, that call will be sent to Expo, and Expo will actually provide the value of that environment variable, because inside code you'll be using your environment variable key, and that's what actually communicates with your third-party service services using these environment variables. The build is still in progress, and let me just click on that, and it is showing this waiting to start, and inside here you can see there is build is waiting in the queue. So now, because actually I'm using the free version of Expo, so that's why my build usually takes time, because in free version of Expo it does not give you priority. It usually takes like 10 to 15 minutes sometimes for a test build. For a production build it can take up to even 30 minutes to create a production build. It will keep sharing information about progress in your build inside this log section. Let me just share with you the build of another project that I was working on. So this is another project actually, and you can see there are a series of builds. There are a lot of builds that actually created. This project is, by the way, live on Google Play Store. I will not share link for this project because I'm just still like working on the improvements on this project, but these are like builds that I created. So first build that I created, it got an error in creating a build. So as soon as you click on that, it got an error. In case if you ever get error while creating a build, what you can do, you can simply just go to this pre-build section. You can just have a look at the error details. You can copy any error details from here, and then you can then paste it inside cursor. You can ask cursor to fix that error. Cursor will just fix that error, and then you can just try to create that build once again. So as you can see, after a few attempts I was able to then create a first build, and once I created that build, this is a test build, and test build is always in .apk file format. So now this build is created without any error, and now to download this build and run this build on my Android phone, what I can do, I can simply just click on this download button, and it will simply just download that apk file on my computer, and then now I can just share this apk file on my mobile phone. You can upload it to Google Play Store or share it via WhatsApp, and then you can open that build directly on your mobile phone. I have installed that apk file inside my Android mobile phone. I'll simply just click on that, and now it will just open my app inside my mobile phone. And now I can test this application before I publish this app. If my app is getting crashed or if there is any issue, I need to fix that before creating a production build. Now once you have created your test build, you have installed that build inside your mobile phone, and you are satisfied with that, and now you want to publish your app on Google Play Store or on Apple App Store. So to do that, what we need to do, we need to create now a production build. That will be a separate build other than your test build. In here inside my project that I just showed you, there is this last build. The format of this build is .aab. That means this is a production build. This is a production build that I created, and then I uploaded that build on Google Play Store. Now to publish your app on Google Play Store or on Apple App Store, what you need to do, you need to set up a Google Play developer console for to publish on Google Play Store, and for Apple you need to have an Apple developer account. If you only want to publish on Google Play, simply just buy it from there for $25 only. If you want to publish it on Apple App Store as well, so you need to buy that from Apple developer account. The fee for Google Play developer console is one-time fee, which is $25. For Apple it is $99, and it is an annual fee. I have accounts on both Play Store and App Store, and you can just like buy your own to publish your apps. I'll create a separate video on these topics, that how you can create these accounts, but I assume that you have got any of these accounts already. So let's just carry on with our production build and then start publishing this build on Google Play Store. Now to create this production build, you need to simply just run this command. I'll add all of these commands in my description section. You can find all of these commands from there. You need to simply just copy that, go back to your project, and then you need to just run this command in here inside your terminal. On that note, as you can see, our test build is ready. Our Android build is ready right now. And inside our project and inside our builds, we can see our build is ready. We can simply just download that build from here. Now similarly, to create the production build, you can simply just like run this command, and then it will simply just create that production build for Android only. For iOS, you can simply just run this command, which is es build platform iOS, and it will just generate an iOS build for you. To publish your iOS build on App Store, I'll create a separate video for that. In this video, I'll guide you that how you can publish your Android build on Google Play Store. So once your build is ready, and you can download that file from your Expo dashboard. And before I guide that how you can publish that build on Google Play, there are a few things that I just need to mention here. Inside your project, we can see there is an app.json file, and then there is a es.json file. You need to go to your app.json file, and inside your app.json file, you can find some details about your app. So you can change the name of your build file from here. The most important things here are actually the version and the version code. In here you can see the version of this app is 1.0.0 and the version code of this build is 1. So let's suppose if you have published the initial version of your app, and now you are going to create, and now you want to create a new build and then publish that build on Google Play Store. To do that, you need to change your version and version code from here. So let's suppose if this version was 1.0.0, you need to then simply just change that to 1.0.1, and then you need to change that version code to, simply just change that to 2. So let's suppose if you're submitting the third version, fourth version, so simply just create the incremental number in here to make sure that you can upload your build on Google Play Store. Because in a minute I'll tell you that how you can upload your build on Google Play Store if you have not updated your version code and your version correctly, and if you're submitting a new build that has a lower version code, that can actually be problematic for you. Your Google Play Store will not accept that particular build, so we'll have to create a new build with a new version code. Similarly, you need to customize this bundle identifier. This bundle identifier again you can find inside your app.json file, and you need to set your unique bundle identifier. It should be com dot then your company name then your app name. So just add your unique company name dot add your unique app name. That's it. You don't need to add anything else. Simply just set your bundle identifier and then also your package name as well, which is com dot. Similarly, just like your bundle identifier, just set your company name and then set your app name, and that's it. Now you're good to start. Now there are a few more things. To set your app icon and your splash icon, you need to just go to your assets folder in here, and in here you just go to this images folder, and in here you can find there is an adaptive icon.png. By default, Expo will set these different .png files. You need to replace these files with your original icons and your splash screens in here. You can simply just reveal this in File Explorer. You can just open this folder and you can replace all of these files one by one with your original icon and favicons. You have to make sure that the resolution of each of these files is similar to what is already by default in. So let's suppose this adaptive icon, you can simply just open that inside Photoshop. This is a PNG file, and you can see this is a transparent and it has a dimension of 1024 by 1024. Just create a new file inside Photoshop with 1024 by 1024 pixels. Is similarly for favicon, the dimension is 48 by 48. For icon, the dimension is 1024 by 1024, and for splash icon, the dimension is 1024 by 1024. So just create all of these different elements, then replace them with the same name, so you won't have to make any changes in the code. Replace all of these files with the same name, exact same name, with .png file format. That's it. And then it will automatically update all of these things inside cursor, and now you can actually create a new build, and then that new production build will be ready with all of these new icons and favicons. Now next step is to finally upload your build on Google Play Store. So here are a few things. So let's suppose you have this new project. Now to publish this project, you need separate things. You need your Google Play Store listing items, you need icons, you need images for your Google Play Store, you need descriptions, you need titles for your Google Play Store to publish this application. So I assume that you have already purchased this Google Play Developer Console. I'll simply just click on that and I'll simply just log into my Google Play Developer Console. I'll just go to my Google Play Console. So this is actually my brand new account that I created very recently. I have a lot of other accounts on Google Play Store, but now I'm actually publishing all of these different AI kind of apps separately on this brand new account. So in here, as you can see, there is this app which is called AI Song Maker Music Generator. This is the app that I very recently developed, and now I have published that app in here. And you can see this app is live on Google Play Store, and this app has this icon. Then this app has all of these different images that I had to create, and then I had to upload all of these images on Google Play Store. So you need to create these 4 different images with a set dimension. Google Play Store gives you guide about dimension of these images. You need to create these images, then you need to create a description of these images. I'll create a separate video about how you can design these images and what are the good standards to create this kind of images. But just consider that you need to create all of these Google Play Store listing items to publish your app. For now, we are just going to focus on publishing our build on a Google Play Store and then submitting that build for review. So once you are inside your app, on your left side, just go to this section which is test and release. Simply just open this section. Then there is testing, and then there is a production section. Inside testing, there is open testing, there is closed testing, there is internal testing, there is internal app sharing. So let's suppose if you have just developed an application and you don't want to submit that application publicly available to download for everyone. You just want to create a very close testing, or maybe an open testing that anyone can actually test that app, or maybe a closed testing that you can invite people to test that particular app. So if you want to just submit a testing, simply just go to any of these tabs. Let's suppose open testing, and then in here you can just choose the regions where you can actually publish that testing. You can simply just click on create a new release, and it will just open this tab for you where you can actually upload your .aab file in here. This is going to be an open testing release. This is not going to be your production release. This is going to be an open testing release. So remember this file remember this build that we just created on expo.dev. You can simply just download that build from here, and then it will just download this .aab file. Remember, you cannot upload .apk file on Google Play Store anymore. Google Play Store only accepts .aab file. Just download that file from here, and then simply just drag and drop and upload that file in here. Simply just choose that file. I will not do that because this is the build file of a separate project, not this currently active project. So you can simply just click on that file in here, upload this file in here, and then you can simply just click on next, and then it will just ask you to then submit that app for review. And then right now you can see I have already submitted this app for review. So this app is currently in review. Similarly, if you want to publish your app directly in production, or let's suppose if your app was in testing and now you want to create a production release. So let's suppose if you have created a new build file which is now ready for release, so you can actually simply just go to this production tab, and now you can simply just create a new release. Or if you want to roll out a previous release which was in testing, you can do that as well from here, from library. You can just choose any of these APK files from here which were actually in testing, and then you can actually add that in here, because you can roll out any testing file into production from here directly. Once it is done and you have submitted your app on Google Play Store, and now Google Play Store will take 3 to 4 days to test your app to verify that your app is not a scam app and there are no errors in your app. I'll again create a separate video that how you can actually avoid rejections from Google Play Store. So then it will actually accept your app and then publish your app, and your app will be available to download directly on Google Play Store. The process is very similar for Apple App Store, but I'll create a separate video for that when I'll be on my MacBook. So this was it about today's video. If you want to learn more about developing mobile apps, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll see you next video. Bye bye.